How would you rate that hug on intimacy on a scale of 1 to 10?
I would say low-key a 9 because it kind of felt nurturing. Because I don't know, I haven't been hugged in a long time. Like I remember like back home hugging my mom was just, you put your chin on, like the little crevice that there is, and then kind of having that was so. I thought it was gonna be awkward, but it was so connecting. It low-key intimate. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. What does intimacy mean to you?
I think it means being able to be comfortable with yourself in the presence of somebody else, especially like emphasizing that aspect of trust where you know that the other person who you're like being yourself with is also reciprocating as well.
Interesting. It's a strong word. It's not an emotional roller coaster, but you definitely feel emotions. It's weird at the beginning. You're in a hug, but longer than the normal, like 2 to 3 seconds. It's getting weird, then you're getting comfortable again. Then you're thinking about, okay, what is happening right now? Getting a little weird again, though also you feel a little happy. So it's definitely a mix of a lot of emotions.
How would you rate that connection on a level of intimacy from a scale of 1 to 10?
6.
Why do you say 6?
I don't know, physical proximity to someone always has like some basic connection, and like, you feel the other person like breathing, and like, you can like touching them, you can smell them, all of that. So there's a kind of natural intimacy there. At the same time, like, you don't necessarily like have deeper emotional connection to the person, so it doesn't rise the same level as, someone who there's a lot of feeling and kind of pre-existing feeling involved in it.
I mean, it's weird. I was just saying, like, it's weird hugging a stranger that I've never met before. But it's very needed at times. I would say particularly needed now, but like there's some times where I could use a hug from anybody.
But it definitely felt very deep. It, in a way, felt like I was breaking cultural norms that I've grown up with. Because, you typically don't hug someone for 2 minutes.
It just felt like I said, or I guess I didn't say, but like I said, our breathing synced at one point, and just that feeling of oneness or unity with another person was really, really intimate, and just like how I could feel your body shift against mine, or like your head on my shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that felt very intimate.
It was a elongated period in which we were hugging, and our bodies were very close, very connected. Felt like we were almost at one. We shared like the same breathing pace. It was a very intimate experiment.
My chin sank in. I noticed some tension probably about a minute in that I relieved of. And that's why I would say that. And then I did think of my mom.
That's good to hear. What is intimacy to you?
Intimacy is when two people care about each other on a level in which when they're not there, they're showing support to each other, sending love from afar. When they're not close, and when they are, they're showing appreciation. They're showing that being there in that moment with the person is their best use of time, and that spending time together is what they want to do.
Nice. It was nice. I don't know.
How would you rate the interaction on intimacy?
7, babe.
I could feel your heart beating. I could feel like you breathing.
What else?
And yeah, I could feel like when you squeezed like me. Yeah. When I was leaving for college for Williams, I was seeing people were hugging me for a minute. I don't know how long it's like around maybe probably our hug.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not everybody gets hugs every day, man, and it's been a long week, and it's cool to just have a stranger come up and be like, hey, I just get the little communication right now. It's nice, but it's cool. I don't get to interact with many people down here.
Yeah.
Just my friends. They're like family to me as it is. So it's cool to meet somebody.
Like, very, I'm trying to use a word different from like intimate, but like warm, like feeling, do you know what I'm saying? Like that.
On a scale of 1 to 10 on intimacy, how would you rate that?
It was like a 10. Like, it was like weird. Yeah.
Why a 10?
It's like, I think it's weird because I feel like something like hugging is like more intimate than things that might be like more like sexual in like a more like vulgar sense, kind of. And I think that like when you're being forced to hug for like a longer period of time, I think that it forces you to like understand how like your bodies interact. And I think that that's like a very intimate concept.
Like, I never realized like how close you can be with someone when hugging them, and I started thinking a lot about like my movements and like breathing, and so I feel like that felt very intimate because I never realized those things before when hugging someone.
I would say like one, like I would say that I was able to get into the hug. I was also like, I'm feeling tired today, so like being able to like lean and also like rest my head, like also was something that I was like doing during the hug. That also like added to like, I would say like from like what would 5, which would probably be a regular hug, to that.
I remember I said it was interesting at the end because the breath synced up, like your breath to mine, and I picked that up like at the end. I was like, why am I, why is it so connected? And also it just, I don't think I've hugged somebody for that long in a really long time, because usually you're comforting somebody. So there's a point in the hug where I was like almost resisting the temptation to like pat your back or like comfort you, because that is what I felt like I should have been doing, because it was so long and so intimate. Like that's usually the, you know, the response that you'd expect. Well, at first I was nervous because I was like, this is really random. You're a good hugger. There's that.
You as well. Thank you.
Yeah, I think I was nervous at first. As it was happening, the beginning, I felt really comfortable. I felt really calm, very safe. And then I think after a while, you sort of start to think, and I was just like in my head, I was like, wow, 2 minutes is a very long time. This is crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think kind of a little bit meditative in a way. Weirdly. I was like, I don't really think I like sat and like breathed. I could feel your breath, which is really crazy. I was like, that's like really like calming.
And like intimacy to me is like scary.
I like that. This could be very bonding. Because now I just feel connected to you for whatever reason.
I think that like doing it for that long of a time is just something that like nobody has ever experienced, so it creates a different, it's an entirely different experience than a hug. Like it's not even the same in any way, so it's much better.
It was a little awkward, but it was good. It was comforting.
Sort of starts a little bit uncomfortable and gets more intimate and more comfortable over time.
I think intimacy can mean a lot of different things. I think it's just getting to know somebody more, understanding them as a person. I mean, I've never done anything like it before, so I thought it was really cool.
But what I said earlier is connecting, kind of. You know what I mean? Like at one point, our breathing was different, but then at one point it just synced, and you know, and it didn't feel weird. It was just, oh yeah, this is right. So it just felt right, you know.
It was fun. Interesting way to get to know you.
People here that go out and give me a hug, like that means a lot. That's kind of gives you that boost to keep going on through the day.